This is a follow-up story. A year after black men disappeared under mysterious circumstances, questions remain. This is about Rasheem Carter. I believe that's his
That's
name.
his name.
Where he's the one who
Was in a Mississippi town.
and I think he called his mother and told her some people are following him.
White men were following
White
him,
men were
harassing
following
him.
harassing him. And next thing you know,
He went to the police station a couple times,
and nothing happened.
And his body was found dismembered, and it was placed in different areas in the county.
Which is, and they said that they don't know what happened. They didn't rule like a crazy thing like suicide. I mean, not suicide. Yeah, suicide or nothing, but they still acting like
it's under investigation.
We don't know what happened. And I think it's been a year. It's been a year.
It's been over a year.
Said Tiffany Carter claims she has not been giving me any updates on her son's death.
And the crazy part is, are you gonna read the article?
No, you go ahead. Just explain it out.
His head was severed, and then they took his spinal cord out.
Which is
so this was a gruesome killing. This wasn't just this was a hate crime killing.
Well, was any of his organs missing?
Huh?
Was any of his organs missing?
No, they just said it his spinal cord. They found his spinal cord in one area. They found his head in one area. They didn't really give any other, details to the other body parts, but they definitely and then the coroner, they won't even she still has not received his body parts.
A year later?
A year later.
Well, they said they could say it's a crime.
So it's still under investigation. They can't send the body parts back.
I wouldn't want to see it. I'm about to say something crazy. Have you seen it? But that's crazy.
That's crazy.
It reminded me of that case that happened. I can't remember where it happened, so forgive me. There was a story of a dude who ended himself in a park with a shotgun, and he hung himself. And people were like, wait, you telling me he shot himself and then hung himself?
People are magical out here.
Crazy. So hopefully his mom get answers. Go ahead.
Yeah, and she's still she's reaching out and trying to get help and assistance with getting the case solved, or at least getting some type of
answer, something
shine on it. Mr. Man says Sexy Red got a porn tape out. Did anybody watch it? Because I ain't watch it. Sexy Red is
we're gonna get to Sexy Red later on.
She's something else.
It's
an 11-year-old understands his Second Amendment. They once blamed jazz for everything bad linked to blacks. Tired of this music, made them do nonsense.
Very, very good point, Honorable. They did once say that jazz was devil music.
To Mr. Man, 2 grown Mexican women called 11-year-old girl the N-word and smashed a bottle in her face. We talked about that last week. This 11-year-old would have did something different to the Mexican women. Yeah, they would have popped them fat ass Mexicans shaped like fucking refrigerators. And somebody said, who said they were shaped like buggies? Was that really, or was that George? As soon as they say under investigation, you already know that's true.
That means they ain't going no further.
I believe, allegedly, because he went to the police station, and once he went to the police station, he went missing. So I believe that the police station has something to do with it.
And this was in
Mississippi.
And it still got that stigma. So
that's why. And you know what? He lived in a group around white people. I'm not trying to tell Negroes where to live, but I'm trying to tell Negroes where to live.
No, you're not telling them where to live. You're telling them where not to live.
No, because y'all need to start moving in these areas where there is no black people in these areas.
You don't know them.
It's the same thing that happened when we talk about that Charlotte woman who moved on the outskirts of Charlotte.
And the white guy was
literally moved across a white supremacist who was literally terrorizing her every single day.
He putting dead animals in her yard and stuff and messing with her car and all that.
Yeah, he was terrorizing her.
But she owned that land. She bought that.
Yeah, she did that. She had a hair salon bus.
Yeah.
And she packed that shit up and left and couldn't even take the bus with her because he destroyed the bus. Kifa LOL. Bringing Flowers said, I'm gonna say Mexicans built like mailboxes. Respectfully. Craig, damn.
Yeah, so hopefully she get answers for
hopefully this brother gets
some type of answers, some justice somehow. I doubt it.
We about to go on a killing spree.
After police say black woman's hanging death is suicide, Florida community pushes for more investigation. So another one of these situations where somebody went out in public and allegedly ended themselves. I'm not saying that this never happens. I'm saying it doesn't seem like it would happen this often. Not this, the way that this is happening. It's just, you read this already, didn't you?
Yeah, she was hung they found her, she was hung in a tree. And the way she hung, they said she was partially undressed, which means it was showing some nudity,
possibly
some sort of nudity.
Assault happened, but they haven't said anything about that.
They also tried to say that she had a mental health illness.
Yeah,
she had been treated for that. Her sister lived in Florida. What's that place called in Florida? Fort Lauderdale. Florida. And when she got there, the police had already cleared the crime scene, so there was really nothing for her to see. She's saying that there were witnesses saying they heard her sister screaming and making noises. She also said her sister called her and said she was with a weirdo. Now, judging by how she dresses, and her saying she's a creep and a weirdo, I'm assuming it's with a non. I'm going to make speculation.
Don't do that right now.
I'm going to make speculation, which I normally don't do. I'm going to say she was with some white people.
Or somebody who just may be from another country. Or it might be a Negro. It might be an American Negro. You never know.
But anyway, the way that it was described in the article, I do not believe that she hung herself.
I don't think so. Remember that case? This is another case that happened. I believe it's in California. Remember a guy was found in a park. Said he hung himself in a park. And they took him down, and then they just let the kids
the same day of
the same day,
and there was no respect, no mourning.
They didn't treat it like a crime scene. They were just like, let the kids come play. Why he was still out there?
There was no respect for the dead.
Just
a special place in hell for his murderers.
Yeah, definitely.
Not surprised he lived near whites. I was patiently waiting for y'all to read that the mother said he's a good boy who didn't do nothing. Yeah.
Yesterday,
classic example of white supremacy. They hung her.
Yolna Lubrin. She's also known as Yo-Yo. She was found hanging from a tree in Orlando, Florida, near Westmoreland Drive and Livingston Street. And the way that she was found and the state that she was left in has her family with a lot of unanswered questions to law enforcement. Because law enforcement, they are immediately trying to rule it as a suicide. Look, check this out. Finding any person that looks like this right here, hanging from a tree in 2023, requires a lot more investigation no matter what. Why do I say that? Because you have suspects like this right here down there right now. You hear that? That's where your investigation needs to start. With this. Your investigation needs to start right here. With these people. Orlando Police Department. There's too many questions, especially in this case here.
So we get the point. He explained a little more of it.
Regina said, stats claim women don't take such violence means to end their lives.
Oh, hold on.
I agree.
They did studies to show that women tend to attempt it more often, but men typically go the more brutal route with guns or hanging or something. Women typically do pills or the other ways.
Yeah,
people do.
Investigation equals permanent hesitation.
Exactly.
Who is her family? What's their background? Suicides are common for some black groups. I saw the name too.
No, I was like, not gonna do that.
Democrats did it. It's election season. Papa, shout out.
What shout up, out. Pop?
Damn right. You see much more.
Hey, the numbers gotta go up.
Y'all be careful out here in these white towns.
Yeah, you're getting dangerous out here.
Fuck around and find out.
Now this story right here gonna